end, right? So I'll be
Okay.
getting to the sheet again. Mhm. So are you able to see the second page of the poll?
Yes, भैया.
Mhm. Go ahead, please submit your narrations.
Are you having your GitHub Student Pack Developer Pack? Yes.
I'm coming off the mute for a moment. Yeah, I'm back again. Should we go for the next one, the final one? This is the last poll, and we'll be setting back with the things properly.
What do you think about GitHub Copilot interaction by coding? The projects.
So some of the three people are joining up. That's great. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. Why not? Oh, cool, yeah. We have got a bunch of things around, literally. So I'll be like switching off with this thing, and we'll be moving forward with some of the most commuting things which we are here for this certain call. And thank you so much for taking up time in. Let us start with the vibe coding first. And Rahul, could you please let me know I am visible and audible? First confirming. You should not be like
Yes, भैया, you are audible.
sure. And I'm stopping my sharing screen. And certainly, I'll be like starting with my introduction first. So, hi everyone. I'm Taqir Ahmed, and I'm a Gold Microsoft Launchpad Ambassador from the India region. Uh, I love build communities, empower others, enable each and student developers around the globe. This is the vision and the idea of Microsoft right now. And I'm a Gold Microsoft Student Ambassador. I lead and advocate the student developers, the advocates from the India region. I lead it. And this has been a passion from last 2021. And kudos to all of us for joining in here. This is my Linktree QR code. Go ahead, scan it whenever you get that time. You have all my socials. And I'm basically much active on X, formerly the Twitter. You can continue me around. And kudos to all of us. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll be starting soon with our vibe coding session. Before we go get started with, even if you're aware, like why we are here, we are certainly here for learning about the GitHub Copilot, which is a foremost thing of our project. So I'll be sharing the scene again and telling you about what other things we could be having. So, so we have our GitHub Student Developer Pack, and most of us are looking and willing to have it one and another day, and we don't know how to like achieve it or get it. So today on this call, I'm here to advocate the same. So yeah, there we go. If we dive scroll again, you can find my blog um, on from the Luma. I'll be like sharing over the email or from the all the communities who have been connected on this call. Connect with Asif or sometimes with the Rahul, who are the lead and chairperson of this club. They can help you get this blog. Or even if you get on the hash node, you can write a Stocky Remote hash node, you will get it around from the same page. If I scroll it down, I have written almost forecasting which could be used to achieve your get a student double pack. I know it's quite a bit puzzling. So you have all of the stuff around from the GitHub Student Developer Pack. One of the fascinating things you will find on the GitHub Student Developer Pack is the GitHub Copilot Pro. Yes, GitHub Copilot is quite free with our Visual Studio Code version. However, from the learning aspect, from the perspective of learning and diving more into the AI stuff, you will not be getting a lot of chances to build upon it. Sometimes a lot of transition over it. So GitHub Flow Pilot Pro help you to get more and more transition, a lot of chances to generate more code with the GitHub Copilot, right? That's the term, the technical term which I should be using over here. It should be the generation of a code, the code generation, right? So that is the thing. You should be having all of the shares, GitHub Copilot, and even if you are into the research purpose, you should be having some sort of ORCID ID. Yes, GitHub is the one covering all of the stuff. Connect with GitHub, your ORCID ID, and boom, your publications and all your research paper are associated with the GitHub right now. Your code and the publication together. That's an achievement.
Bhaiya, what is Orchid ID?
It's like a research purpose ID. The one who are like a organizational curriculum who have like the one who publishes they publish ID na like they have their research purposes and they do some research. They create some sort of research papers. That research paper are usually stored over the ORCID. Research person always keep their ORCID ID. They connect with that, right? So GitHub allow you to directly connect your ORCID ID. Mostly IEEE person try to have those ORCID ID. So we all have your back covered through the GitHub. So here we go,
Okay.
right? I'll be like making you to go through the whole process right now. So uh, I'm here with my friend Abdul. I have his ID. He's not having the GitHub Student Developer Pack right now. So I took his ID and huge round of applause to him. He shared his ID to me, and for this teaching purpose, for this education purpose, for this advocacy purpose, so that other student, you people who are on this call can understand how to get your or how to grab your student loan back from this tutorial. You can see he's not having sort of any pro version. I just took it a shortcut. I use this um, simple link which is available on my blog. So do not worry about that. It's totally available on my blog. I just get on the link and what I checked out, what I checked out, like hey Tawheed, Abdul Mannan is not having any sort of education process ID or their GitHub. Since Abdul is from Jamia Hamdard, I had been the alumni of Jamia Hamdard. So what I did and what he will be doing is he'll be writing Jamia Hamdard. If I like zoom it a little bit, you can check it out. Jamia Hamdard. Most people get bemused at this point. So what you all gonna do is remember, do not use the New Delhi version. Just use the university version. New Delhi version is typically for the student and the educator and the higher studies people in the university. Just use this and boom, you are not even required to attach your simply uh, email ID. If I try to get back to it and try this one, so here you can see it is saying, hey Tawheed, since Jamia Hamza University uses this email ID, and since most of the graduated or graduated students are not having this email ID, so we have solved the problem using the first operation, the first iterator, right? So kindly avoid this one and use the first one. Good. I'll be getting back to it. Jamia Hamza, simply the time you will be getting all of the shares, and then you will be asked to continue with your application, whatever you have. Since Abdul has is preparing its documents under his name, billing and licenses. So here's a very important step, which people which most of the time people just lame it out and get themselves rejected. So what you all are going to do is keep your uh, the ID, the name of your application or the ID which you are using on the GitHub. It should be your full name and over the billing information. Since the GitHub and the GitHub Copilot, the GitHub Student Developer Pack will be providing you the GitHub premium services through the Pro feature, they will be asking for some billing information. I just narrated again over this call on a live banner. Like it is totally free. You don't have to pay a single penny. However, you just need to provide a little bit of some of the data, like your full name, which is available on your bona fide or student ID card, on your Aadhaar or any government ID, and your address. That's it. This should be equivalent to this name and equivalent to the ID card. That's it. The time you complete it, you will be able to get the continue. And just remember, it is always and always better to take the photograph rather than uploading the document, right? It is quite better. I'm not saying it is mandatory. It is quite better. So go for it. That's all. This is a part of GitHub Student Developer Pack. The time you'll be achieving your GitHub Student Developer Pack, you will be seeing something like Pro here. It will be Pro, and all of the checks with the GitHub Copilot, GitHub Student Developer Pack, the benefits will be attached here. So kudos, you have achieved it. And if I uh, write it over here and and search it out. What are the benefits included? And I I got over there my benefit applications. You can see mine is approved. Earlier it was rejected. Mine is approved here. So kudos. I have got the things again. And all the benefits from the GitHub Student Pack is available here. Totally for free. From my team, which I had been talking with the GitHub, they said it is almost costed us around 5 lakh INR. That is a huge amount for a certain student or an individual to attain this. Why not? Go ahead and achieve your GitHub Student Pack today. If you have any sort of query, use your Q&A right now, and I'll be like solving everything over there. Perfect. Good. Thank you. And yeah, if you have any doubt, let's solve it. Then I'll be shifting towards the simple uh, your vibe coding part. Job sharing. Let's see if you have any query or someone. Hi, Rahul.
भैया एक्चुअली आई हैव व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स फॉर अगर हम लेते हैं स्टूडेंट डेवलपर पैक तो व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स फॉर डेवलपर्स देयर आर सर्टेन डेवलपर्स देयर आर वेब डेवलपर्स एंड एंड्रॉयड डेवलपर्स सो उनके लिए
Uh,
क्या क्या है
so for the web developer, you have a good question. It's a great question. So I'll be starting with the web development first. You get a premium two domains for free of any of the code. Starting part. You get a TLS support. Each and every individual, listen to me very carefully. A simple TLS cost us around sometimes for a year 60,000, 70,000. You get it for free. Apart from all of these SSL and TLS part, you get the code environment, which is for the JetBrains or any of the tools that's around on the Jupyter notebook, or sometimes any of the APIs which is available, which will be free. From the Android, you get a bunch of IDs. I'll be not saying the Android one. However, the reason being, Microsoft is not that looking forward with the Google right now with their Android stuff and their IDs. However, all the alternatives which is open source, apart from Android Studio, which is also open source, you will be getting it for free and their premium support as a student. So yeah, it's a great one to achieve that. So I believe I have answered most of the stuff. So you can get to education.github.com/pack today to learn more about it. You'll getting all the information because I have not, even I'm the also one who has not used all of these services. So I'm also not aware. Since I am into the DevOps and the web development, so I have used most of them and they had been great, literally great. And the best feature is the GitHub Copilot Pro, which give me hundreds or like thousands of code generation for free. So why not to use it? It's our chance as a student to achieve it, to achieve more. Any queries? Then I'll be moving towards the vibe coding.
Do we need to create a fresh account, GitHub account for applying for the student developer pack?
Yes. Obviously, the question resides in the question itself. The answer resides in the question itself. If you're applying for a GitHub Student Learn Pack, obviously you need a GitHub account. Considering the fact you have an older GitHub account which was not having a sort of a GitHub Student Developer Pack, no problem with that. Grab your ID card or any educational information and attach it to the support at that website type, which I had been explaining, and go to. wait for a couple of days, and you will be achieving it. You will be grabbing it out. You will be like having all of the information on the website plus on the email. So no worries about that.
Okay, got it.
Asif and Rahul, let me know when you are comfortable for the vibe coding part.
If the members have any question, they can ask their queries in the
Yes,
Q&A
bro.
section.
Yes, please. Even if you want like to get off the mic and get off the mute, you can come off the mute and let us know if you have any query. Meanwhile, I'm some water.
Hello,
I guess.
hello. Fakir bhai,
Yeah,
which model is included in the GitHub Copilot Pro AI? Like which AI
uh,
model do we get to use?
wait, just wait for a couple of minutes and I'll be like sharing a bunch of boom things on the screen itself. Anyone else regard except for the GitHub Copilot tutorial part? Because I'll be getting over it in a couple of moments and you will be boomed out like how this happened. Okay, like I think we should be proceeding with the next part of the call, right?
Okay, bhai.
Meanwhile, I'm like switching it off again. That yeah. So I'm sharing my screen again. Just let me know it is visible or not. Is it visible?
Yes, is it?
Yeah, it's visible.
So you might be seeing like a simple Visual Studio Code, right? It's a simple, typical Visual Studio Code, and that's a blue Visual Studio Code. I'm also having the green one. I'll be explaining you why is it green one. There's also a like a DevOps statics, why we developed the blue and green separately, and why what benefits we at Microsoft are getting apart from all of these stuff. So simply, if you are very aware about the terminal part, so it's a basic terminal. So I'm not looking forward to explain the core of the core DevOps. So I'll be simply moving with the main directory, uh, GitHub HTTP or GitHub Copilot. I just made a folder. You can check it from here. Simple GitHub Copilot. I'm into uh, this application or this directory right now, not a folder. It's a simple directory, and I'll be simply opening my Visual Studio Code in this right here. I opened my Visual Studio. I'm opening my terminal like Control Shift and tilde, and here gets the major part. That time you will be opening it around now. Considering the fact you have got your GitHub Student Developer Pack and GitHub Copilot Pro, all you have to do is search GitHub Copilot. Just install bunch of like extensions which is typically available. You don't have to like worry about. Even if you're not aware, just write GitHub Copilot and Visual Studio Code from Microsoft has a proper auto intelligence. So it will be telling you and guiding you simultaneously what are the extensions to be installed. I ask it again and I say it again. What are the extensions are to be installed by the user while you prompt in Visual Studio Code for the very first time for using GitHub Copilot. So very don't about that. So I'm using a simple profile, so I'm not making it very complicated. I have couple of profile, Copilot, and everything here, so I'm not making it like a boom thing. So, but the best thing you're gonna do is simply opening it again. What button did I use? This Copilot button, toggle chat. If I like close it again, you will be like seeing the status like, hey Rohit, all of the settings are enabled and exploded is and everything is have their own workspace. Boom. I'll be like opening it again, and what I'll be doing, I'll be like simply asking out or let's I think I should be zooming a little bit. Build a Node.js project with a simple um, well with a uh, modern CSS UI and all the basic functionality. Okay, cool. And I'll be like getting into the edit mode. First of all, I'll be narrating what is it. Asking mode typically stand for the chat part. Like you are asking Copilot, what are the things I could be doing with this project? Edit mode typically says that, hey Copilot, just generate the file and I'll be doing the furthermore steps with my keyboard, with my hands, the manual one. Agent mode says that, hey Copilot, simply do all my stuff. I'm going to have a lunch with my friend and please complete my project. That's it. For here, for this instance, I'm using the edit mode. You have your mic option. You can have your voice share. I basically do not use it, but yeah, that's also a great feature. I'm clicking the send button. Just have a vision over here. Here we go. And then all the steps are being generated. And I'm not using my hands. Don't think like I'm like doing some sort of coding. So that's not possible. I do not code too much.
Okay, bhai.
Yep.
Can this AI push your code to GitHub too? Like, can it simultaneously
In
push your
the
code?
in the agent mode.
Okay.
In the agent mode. I'll be also trying the same. I have a lot of things to explore right now on the agent mode because agent mode is too vast. I need to check on how this AI coding assistant of GitHub Copilot is getting deep diver with my agent mode. How it is reluctantly attaching to me as a co-pilot. I need to check it more, right? So I'll be not directly commenting, but I believe it will be doing it so far.
Hello, Tokir bhai. Another question. I see that Claude 3.7 Sonnet in the corner. So if you go to the Claude's official website, there is a 15-minute trial for it. So is this
Yes, yes.
permanent or this will go away?
I'll be like getting over it. I think it's the voice of Manan.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I was about to tell all of these models, you can have a great vision over it. You are getting all of it for free for unlimited of the time. Manan,
Great,
like
great.
Claude 3.7, I have the
Great.
two version, and I had been like prompting Claude 3.7 Sonnet thinking version from 188 hours. And
That's a
then I'll be
great.
starting with the Gemini 2.5 Pro for free.
That's the new one, right?
Yes, the new one.
That's a new one.
If you're
Yeah.
having the GitHub Copilot Pro, if you're having the GitHub Copilot Pro, then you get all of the newer version of the model except GPT 4.5. Some of my team at Microsoft are having those GPT 4.5, and I got some feedback. The GPT 4.5 is only available for the enterprise version right now, so not rolling up or releasing it for the student developers right now. They are checking for their development purpose. And my friend at Microsoft, who is a senior developer at Microsoft, told me about the as a feedback of GPT 4.5. He told me his name is Rory, and he told me that GPT 4.5 is more towards the thinking and for the coding. Try to use Claude; it's the best. And for the all of these prompting stuff, the perplexity stuff, the complexity stuff, try to use GPT 4.5 if you are having it. Otherwise, 4.0 stand for the best. So yeah, and then meanwhile time we have got the Gemini 2.5 Pro. Don't you think it's so much easier if you are having the certain GitHub Pro version and Copilot Pro version. So you are having all of the models at your hands. So I'll be like continuing with this stuff, and I just use the button keep, and it made my all of the folders simultaneously from here. Let's see how it's gonna do more of the stuff. It tells me like, hey Tohid, go to this place and try to use npm install. So I started it npm install. Boom. My node modules has been installed. Mannan, your question was what was the agent version we're doing? My agent version will not be allowing me to even type the npm install or npm starter command as well. That thing will be doing upon my behalf. Cool.
Okay.
Npm start, and let's see. My screen is visible, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh, it's a simple basic hello world application. Say hello. Say hello. So you can see from here itself, without even typing a single uh, code on the Node.js, I just made this application. Even I got the prompt of how to run it as well. Even if I ask it do so, let us do some crazy stuff more around. I'll be like adding data code base, and can you please add a footer, sorry, my bad, in the index.html page, and make some UI changes into it, make it more vibrant and modern. Let's see how it's gonna look around. Meanwhile, if I say so, npm start, I'm just closing it because npm is there. So it's on the node one actually. Okay? My bad. You can see GitHub Copilot is reading the files right now. Simply and looking forward what it can edit from its behalf. Say so. It send me all of the whatever he is trying to do in a receipt as a feedback. And let's see what it is gonna do. Generating and generating and generating. Let's see. Let's see. Working. It takes a couple of moments. It depends upon the hardware and also on the internet. Mostly the hardware is okay. Sometimes internet get pulled off since I'm on the Teams right now. The best thing you can do while the code is being generated. Oh my God. Okay, there's a form also like a model. We can regenerate it intelligently. What it does, since the styles.css was not made, it eradicated the code from the index.html as well, right? So like it do not pull up the same code again and again. or it might create a conflict, so it eradicated the code. Meanwhile, if you have any sort of questions around, you can ask in the Q&A, and we need to solve it around how we are doing it. You can see it's updating, updating, and updating. You can see how it is like updating my code from here. I just keep all of the shifts around, and it's 2025. As a developer, you have to do a bit of stuff, so there's nothing going down around. Oh, is it so? Oh, so did you observe the changes?
Yes, भैया, yes.
Yeah, it's
बढ़िया बना
really
दिया.
visible, like how glossy it made, how it made it to the or it is like matching the industrial uh, things, or how it is matching the industrial modern UI right now. You can check it over here, and even if I make it inspect, whoa, it's responsive as well. It's a 7. Yeah, it's working as responsive. Cool. And all of the shifts can be pulled off from your user as well. So from a single form, from a couple of forms, we did a vibe coding. This is called vibe coding, and you have coded your own code from the simple English commands and boom. And since this call is recorded in English, my friend Karan from the GitHub Copilot team, and he's also a several engineer that are international from the GitHub, also guided me like, hey, Tawfiq, you can write your prompt in the Hindi as well. Yeah, you heard it correct. You can write your prompt in Hindi and even in your local language. He used the Hindi, Kannada, and Nepali on the stage to do it the same. That is the thing. Cool.
That's
And
a great.
This is really cool.
Bengali है भैया.
might be possible. So the GitHub Copilot part is done here. I just wanted to show you some stuff from GitHub uh, Copilot Workspace. So simply you get over here, get started with GitHub Copilot Workspace. I'm just logging in my GitHub Copilot Workspace. So what is all about? Uh, uh, One of my very good friends, Dashinda, is here on this channel, and I was like literally preparing his documentation through this GitHub Copilot Workspace. What I did, I got into her like domain, her README, and like try to tell it like, hey, do this stuff, do this stuff, do this stuff, and please make me a brainstorm what we can do to prepare it more. And hell yeah, GitHub Copilot did the same. He prepared it. It made me prepare all of the sketches. If I believe so, we could be There have been some more just. I'm sorry. Prepare me a React.js project with mini minimalistic effects, minimalistic effects, and having a modern, classy UI and proper uh, industrial stuff. You have all your things will be prepared here. I'll be like directly generating with the code. Copilot Workspace is a place over the github.com itself, which help you to prepare the code directly on the GitHub Copilot Workspace, not on your local or the github.com or your certain repository, and boom. Just have a certain level of brainstorming, have a great bunch of ideas to be eradicated from your mind, to be pulled off again, and just let it go from here. So you can see, uh, all of these shells had been prepared. If I try to create a repository, uh, let's see, generation like description is also generated. Creating a repository, and I'll be going over here, my Glassy UI project. You can see it's in the form of React.js. We need to check it around. Boom. Yeah, it's in the components and services and component features. You can go here. Oh my God, all of these just are pulled off in a certain code. So you can see in a couple of moments, we have got a certain React.js project. Boom. Another thing and another banger from the GitHub and AI features is that your GitHub Spark. You can simply tell the GitHub Spark how to create a modern minimalistic UI for your application and pull it off directly on a keyboard or your local machine. That's it. That's it. This is all you have to do. Like a build game score tracker as a chatbot and meaning goes together. Previously, I was lowering all of these, so I built a tic-tac-toe game and video compression web app front end. So this is what I had been doing and I'd been trying. So this is your chance now to get on your desktop and explore all of these stuff, right? I believe that's for most part things, and I'll be stop sharing the screen. Let me know if you have any query. Your mic is not there. As if your mic is not available.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what is the difference between the GitHub Copilot and GitHub Spark?
Okay, you are chasing up my call with JJ. So she explained me well. However, she was also confused a bit of it. So GitHub Spark
Yeah.
is total board, a platform to scratch up your project with front end and the back end as well. You add the modernity over here. Copilot and the Copilot workspace. Let us let us suppose you are combining the Copilot and the Copilot workspace. Copilot workspace is nothing but an extended version of GitHub Copilot on your VS Code. First of all, that thing should be a very clear in your mind. And you are trying to brainstorm your ideas on the GitHub Copilot workspace. You're telling Copilot Workspace, hey, this is my area, this is my box. Let's have a quick little conversation. What we can do, what we cannot do. You show me some code, you show me some plan. Tell me the pros and cons of this, how to add or embed security into this. This is all going to be done by Copilot Workspace or sometimes GitHub Copilot. Spark just is the magical thing you can get from the name itself, the Spark. Just give a prompt and it's sparking. That's it.
Got it. So basically,
Got it.
Spark is kind of a um, better version for Copilot or something like that,
GitHub
or
Spark
it
is
works upon.
it works upon the same LLM, same models as well. However, there are high chance, like there's certainty, like it is different. The way I told you, it is used to add modernity to your object or to your product or to your project, rather than like brainstorming all your ideas on a certain workspace area. And then when you are about to finish your project or like you have done with the chatting with the copilot, you are just pulling your code from the GitHub and start doing some real shit on the VS Code.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yep, yep, yep.
Also, the question that Manan asked earlier, the GitHub wala, कि GitHub पर ही Copilot use कर सकते हैं नहीं, that you just showed अभी थोड़ी देर पहले, वही था ना वो?
I didn't get you. GitHub. We can use the GitHub on GitHub.
No. Can we integrate Copilot with our GitHub? That part.
It is already there. It is already there.
हाँ.
The time we integrate the Copilot with our GitHub, na, it becomes Copilot Workspace.
I asked कि जो हमारा Copilot है, can it push the code to GitHub?
Okay.
हाँ.
हाँ.
With the agent mode.
Yeah, okay.
With the agent mode, you can do it. Since I have also not explored it, so I'm not doing some that magical part over my keyboard with my keyboard. Since I need to dig into that, however it can do it not. But I believe from my instant, it can do it. The reason being, it is simply creating all of my terminal commands on a certain set of lines and doing all of the checks by their own. So it can, I believe, also push it because we do not need any sort of fingerprint or authentication from that.
Okay. Hmm.
So it's possible that it can commit and push.
Huh, it can. If it is able to, then it can commit and push. For most cases, you are also able to get the commit message from the GitHub Copilot as well. So I believe it could be like the same, like it will be very easier for the GitHub Copilot to just create its own message, put it in terminal and push it. Anything else? All set, done?
All set. All set.
Since I'm not having any questions on Q&A as well. There's one question. Do we need to reclaim it time to time or is it? Actually, Shuja, I believe you are asking about the GitHub Student Developer Pack. Single Student Developer Pack retains for around 2 years. Then you need to reevaluate it. They like that's a security check from the GitHub itself, GitHub education team itself. Like they are checking like whether the XYZ student or an individual student is still a student or not, right? So they need to check it. And I believe the
Can
first
we
question for Manish will
can
be
we
answered by
extend
Asif or Rahul.
can we extend our student developer pack after we graduate?
No, no, you cannot.
Okay.
Some exceptions are there, but you cannot.
Okay.
Yes, Danish, we have a Discord channel. I'll share the link after this workshop.
Thank you, Manna, for taking up the questions in the chats. I was busy hanging around on the call, showing the magical power of GitHub Copilot. Also, if you are able, we could be taking a large and large here moment of this call by taking a group photo. If you are everyone like comfortable, please open up your
There,
camera and
there is
don't
also
Yeah.
worry,
a
we will
Git,
love to see you.
there is also a GitHub agent something.
Uh, AI agent function. They should be. I'm not
GitHub
aware about them.
GitHub agent and Spark.
Okay. You are asking about a Copilot agent or somewhat like that.
I don't know. Maybe Copilot agents.
Maybe like it should be there. I forgot to share one thing. The best time to share. Do not forget to explore GitHub MCP server. It's now available globally. Yep. It's the official MCP server from GitHub. Meanwhile, you
Yes,
can also explore
Microsoft
Microsoft
MCP.
and it's a Playwright one. Here you go. It's a Playwright MCP by the Microsoft itself, the official one. What is MCP
Mm.
server? You connect your AI agents single-handedly end to end, and then you are like literally making a certain automated robot to do all of your daily tasks or even a coded task. You just sit around and let your AI agent to communicate by themselves and give you an end product. That's it. This is all you can do.
But sir, उसके लिए AI agents भी तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा ना.
They're not a lot of who to it, but yeah, you can. World is moving towards AI very quickly, so you should be learning it and adopting it as soon as possible.
आज क्योंकि
Let's have a
अभी
like a
मैंने
last photograph.
yeah
If
yeah
you can open
yeah
up your camera, please. That will be a memory for us.
guys please
Yeah,
open up the
please open a
camera.
camera. I've been taking screenshot of 3 people for the event. Though this event is already recording. Hi Shuja, welcome back. Hello Manan
Mhm.
with another view. Nice. Setup.
सेटअप चेंज कराया मैंने.
आसिफ
हाँ,
आसिफ
Oh,
make it a
nice setup, man.
together mode.
yeah, I
Nice
have
setup.
taken it together mode as well. Chalo,
Crazy
I'll take a
model.
screenshot pehle.
Please take
Where
a
are the
picture.
other people?
Yep, please, man. Would love to have
Rakshanda,
you like over the call. Prashanda,
Ansha,
please.
Laibar, Rudraksh.
I'm
Guys,
the
if you can
मन्ना
open
greatest
a
fan.
camera.
मन्ना
You know what?
मैंने
I'm
भी
the
सेटअप
greatest
चेंज किया.
greatest fan of Prashanda and Lava here, and even Savya.
अभी we can take a normal screenshot. फिर बाद में we'll do a together mode वाला. ठीक है राहुल भाई?
Okay.
Okay, चलो. On the count of 3, 2, 1, smile. Smile. Okay. First one is done. Now the
Yeah,
together mode. आ जाओ.
we are looking crazy guys.
Okay, Ahmed Raza is here. I don't see you पहले.
My crazy model. Oh, Ahmad Raza is here.
चलो. On the count of 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Done.
Done.
I'm also chopping the recording.